What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super, and the Tournament of Power is finally here. It has finally begun. It took a long time for us to get here. There was, so long has it been since we actually finally began with Tournament of Power. Filler stuff was overall really good, but yeah, we're finally here. The Tournament of Power is finally on its way, and this episode was awesome. There is one thing that I am a little concerned about with this arc, and it's definitely going to be the pacing. Simply because this whole episode, which of course, usual 30 minutes on Toonami, or 24 technically if you don't count the ads, was only 1 minute of the actual tournament. The whole tournament itself was 48 minutes. This was just 1 minute of it. And we have over 30 episodes left of Dragon Ball Super. I am a little concerned how this is going, how the pacing is going to be. Is it just going will there be a lot of stalemates? Now, granted, Geekdom I actually watched Geekdom's review of this episode before I went and did my recording. He actually talked about how that everybody here in Dragon Ball at this point can go beyond the speed of light, can go beyond the speed of sound. So it kind of makes sense why there's only a minute, because these guys are moving so freaking fast that all this happening in 1 minute does make a little bit more sense. Or you could say this is Toei just, poking fun at themselves with the whole Namek stuff in, Z. I think the pacing is overall going to be pretty good. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but we'll definitely have to wait and see. As long as they keep me entertained, it's not going to be a huge deal breaker for me, but as long as Toei can keep me entertained fights, we don't just have long stretches of just standoffs, and it's just always just keeping us interested, keeping me invested. The pace, I don't think I'll have a problem with the pace. If it is every episode just 1 minute of the fight, 1 minute of the tournament, 1 minute of the tournament, 1 minute of the tournament. As long as they can keep me entertained, as long as they can keep me invested, it won't be a problem for me. So, without further, just right before we begin, let me talk about the OP real quick. They actually changed up the OP this time. Instead of Majin Buu being there, they have just replaced it with Frieza. So, I thought it was a nice little touch there. Yeah. So, without further ado, we also had a new ED, but I'll talk about the ED at the end of the video. So, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode. Actually, there's a couple things I want to talk about real quick right before we begin the review. So, first off, I gotta talk about Boruto this week, because Boruto this week was fucking awesome. This is so far, I would definitely say, is the best episode of Boruto so far, in my personal opinion. And correct me if I'm wrong, the Naruto Gaiden stuff is about to get started next week or so, because they've already switched the ED and they're switching over to the Naruto Gaiden stuff with Double Sadra. She's unlocking her Sharingan. I'm pretty sure it's starting to rotate, which I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, because I've never, for Boruto, I'm in the same boat Boruto that I am with Dragon Ball Super, where I know little bits and pieces, but granted, I don't keep up with Boruto or Dragon Ball Super, so I only know little bits and pieces of just the major shit happening, the Naruto Gaiden stuff, and when they started adapting the Boruto here, and they started adapting the Boruto movie. Everything else, I am blind as a bat in. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the Naruto Gaiden stuff is, finally seeing Sasuke, and I love it, but I gotta say, Sadara's a savage. She's like Sakura asked her, "Hey Sadara, is there anything you want where I'm on my trip?" Which just turns into her reminiscing about where Ino just takes her to her Sakura at her first date with Sasuke, and she gets reminisced over the fact that Sasuke's never there. I swear, this woman's love to Sasuke is something else. I don't know how she can still love this man. Yeah, he's never around, but whatever, dude, whatever floats your boat, I guess. I don't know, but Sadara just tells. Now I did actually know about this a little bit, because of course I did. This was all over YouTube from Forever and a few other guys from this era, where Sadara tells her, "My dad would be nice." Oh man, I love it. I'm starting to like Sadara now after watching that, but overall, the episode was just fucking phenomenal. I would give that episode a 9.5 out of 10. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the rest of the Naruto Gaiden stuff has to offer when that starts airing. SAO Alicization also made debut, which I'll talk about that in my SAO Alicization review next week. Overall, I felt like that was pretty good, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of it. But yeah, enough of talking about SAO and Boruto. Let's get into this week's episode. Super. So we start this off. Everyone's at the tournament. Everyone's already at the tournament. They're all just ready to get started. And so the dude kind of shows up there after we just get some everyone's like suiting up. We get the dude pretty much gives us one last rundown of the rules, telling us that that it's the last 100 attacks, which is 48 Earth minutes, and they said you can't you can't fly, as if it's just from energy manipulation. But of course, guys with wing-like appendages can indeed and still can fly. But of course, guys like Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Krillin, all those guys, they can't fly because it's through ki control. Same thing goes for, excuse me, and also they also directly say that pretty much like health pickups, revive, like pretty much items like sensu beans are indeed prohibited from the fight. So even if Goku had sensu beans on him for the Tori power, he couldn't use them. So we know that was confirmed. And so everyone's kind of ready. We actually see some stuff with Kale. She's like kind of just like looking around. Kale, I swear, Kale, man, like I like her, but I'm definitely curious how I won't be now. I know she's gonna be like a mainstay in the tournament because of course, Caulifla's a thing. But I'm definitely curious how she's going to last and how much of it Caulifla is gonna have, or Caulifla, I should say, is going to have to save her ass. I'm curious if Caulifla is going to have to cause me babysitting Kale until she finally just goes berserk mode, goes full blown brawly. Which, man, this shit with Vic is getting really out of hand now. With the stuff with Monica, she's saying that that shit happened with her and Vic. Personally, I'm not buying it until we get actual physical evidence to back up her claim. She even said what exactly happened, but shit's crazy, man. Shit's crazy. If you follow me on Twitter, you guys already know what I think about this and where I stand. You are innocent till proven guilty, and I stand with Vic. So enough of me. I hope this is the last time I have to talk about this whole Broly Vic Mignogna stuff. At least in a YouTube video. Twitter, that's a different story. Anyway. So as it says, I'm definitely curious what's going to happen with Kale and Caulifla, how they're going to work together, what's going to go down with them. Me personally, I know they're going to be like mainstays in the tournament, but I'm just curious how they're going to fare in the tournament. And so she's like, these people are so big and strong, I don't know if I can do it. She's like, oh, come on, Kale, all you gotta go is Berserker mode and you're good. They play a clip of her going Broly. And so we got Goku, Vegeta. Then we get a good solid 5 minutes of just nothing but stare downs of shots of different characters before we actually begin. It also tells us that how the time limit is going to work, how we know the time's going to be up, is the top part of the tournament. This little pole that's right there in the middle of it. It'll go down as time elapses, and once it gets all the way down to the bottom, all fighting ends and the tournament will finish. And I like what they said when Piccolo told Krillin, 100 attacks was 40 minutes. He said, "Isn't that kind of short?" Yeah. Which, by the way, guys, for the longest time, when the Tournament of Power was airing on, with the sub and everything, and of course, you guys know I wasn't watching. I was watching it dubbed on Toonami. I always thought that the Tournament of Power was gonna be and how long it ended up lasting. I thought the tournament was 5 hours, maybe even went a couple days at most. But then when I was watching it, of course, when we find out that it's actually 48 minutes, I was like, what? We have over 30 episodes of this. Oh, be damn the pacing. But like I said, as long as if Toei can kind of keep up with this, just nothing but non-stop action, and as long as, we have consistent art animation, and, the fight's cool. You got some cool eliminations. Maybe definitely my man Gohan get a couple. Let him have his time in the spotlight, Toei, and Akira Toriyama. Then I'm good. Let Gohan and Vegeta get their times in the spotlight. Don't just focus on, oh, Goku. Hey, Jiren, too much moment. Jiren? Ooh, Jiren. Ooh, I'm looking forward to Jiren. I think what they're going to do with Jiren is that they're probably just going to keep teasing us with him. We're probably not going to see him throw any punches until we really start to get closer and closer to the 1 hour special. But of course, the 1 hour special Goku versus Jiren fight with Ultra Instincts and everything. I think they're probably, until we get closer to there, they're probably going to keep Jiren on the down low. Maybe we might see him throw maybe 1 or 2 punches. We'll probably mostly just either see him dodging or just him standing there looking at people and they run around with their tails between their legs. We'll have to wait and see on what they do with Jiren. So So after that, and so the tournament finally begins, and everybody starts charging at each other. There's these beams, you know. You got we had Top, we had a bunch of other guys. There were so many guys. I don't even know half these people's names. Frost, everyone's just going at. Lights are all over the tournament. The Grand Zetos look like they're on some LSD trip right now with all these lights. They're like, oh, and I was like, man, y'all look like you're on some LSD trip. And then Universe 7 is literally just hiding there in the corner by the pole, and nobody's attacking them. Everybody else is just figuring out and fighting everyone else. But literally, you know, the top guy, the guy that everyone wanted to be dead, and the guy that started something, Goku, none of them are bothering with him. He's just kind of just sitting there. And he's like, oh shit, hell's really broken loose right here. And Gohan, oh my god, my man Gohan, he's trying to work out the strategy. And also, let me talk about Beerus real quick. So right before the tournament begins, we got Beerus. We tied some time with Beerus where he's like, oh lord, I hope the guys win. And then Whis. Oh my god, do I love Whis. This man is so sarcastic and just... Oh man, I love Whis' just sarcasm. He's one of those lovable asshole type characters, man. So he's like, oh, because we know if Universe 7 dies, which they're not, let's be honest here. This is Goku we're talking about here, and Dragon Ball. That, you know, even if Beerus and everyone else got destroyed, Whis would still be good. So he's just living it up and have fact like, yeah, I'm good, but y'all are kind of screwed. Y'all the ones where you're next on the line here. And he's like, all your hopes has to be in the hands of those mortals, Lord Beerus. He's like, oh, shut up, Whis. Just because you're safe doesn't mean you get to rub it in. And so he starts cheering on you and said, they got the mouse dude be like, well, Beerus, it's look at you over there. And Beerus is like, just ignore him. And they sits right back down. He doesn't go out with the guy, doesn't try to destroy him or nothing. And Whis, my man Whis, is like, oh, you're not going to go back, you're not going to retaliate, Lord Beerus? How unlike you. It's not worth it. Go, and it says, these mortals will be the death of me, literally. And it's just talk of mortals just reminded me of Zamasu, because, you know, half of his man's line was just, mortals, you filthy mortals, man, I love Zamasu. Anyway, so back to where I was. Everyone is going, so everyone is attacking. Overall, the art animation here so far was really damn good. Toei did a pretty good job in the art. I did a great job in the art animation here. So after that, so you know, Gohan's trying to bring up the strategy. You know, everybody kind of forming a circle, backs to each other. Nobody goes 1-on-1. Everybody goes 2-on-2. You know, and all that stuff. And then Goku kind of sees Top, and then goes over to him, be like trying to get over to Top. Then Android 17 falls, then Vegeta, and then Frieza's like, well, if everybody else is getting into the action, I better get into it too. And he gets into it. 18's also in there, and she leaves Krillin all by himself. Even like previously, right before that, she said, Krillin says, okay, let's stay together, baby. He's like, you read my mind, but yet there she is, just leaving Krillin, just going on her own and just leaving Krillin behind. Anyway, it goes like, why did I even bother trying to create a strategy here if y'all were just going to not follow it? And Master Roshi was like, well, Goku, you shouldn't be surprised. There was so many egos in place. That was a terrible Master Roshi impression. I am sorry. And so Gohan is just left a kerfuffle, and then the Supreme Kai is like, we are so fucked. Why did we even bother? Ugh. So we get to Goku, he's charging over the Top, and he's like, hey Top, let's go at it, come on, me and you brother, let's go out, let's go. And then he's like, Goku. And Top is busy fighting up the mech dude, the robot from Universe 6, I believe. I forget what the dude's name was. But then this other dude shows up, and Goku has to face off against him. And so I'm gonna trying to remember how to go do a play by like usually, but don't be surprised if I end up missing some deals, because like this episode's fighting, then we were constantly switching to other characters and stuff. So Goku's facing that guy. 4 or 5 guys show up to face off against Gohan, Krillin, Piccolo, Master Roshi, and Tien. We also get to see a lot of Basil. And Geekdom actually said in his review that Basil's like the MVP of this episode, which I will have to agree on that. Basil definitely had a great show in this week's episode. I will definitely agree on that front. Basil's actually really been starting to grow on me, actually. I'm really starting to dig Basil. And actually, one of the guys actually was cornering Gohan and his crew was the guy that Gohan faced off in the prelims. I forget what the dude's name was, but he was facing off against. So that's gonna be interesting. So right after that, we found Basil. He's facing off against guys. We also got the butterfly. This butterfly girl who was part of Universe 10. She's facing off against Basil, and she does her little Kai blast, and Basil comes in there, does his little like Kai kicks or whatever. I don't even know what they're called. Does his little kicks things, and she ends up getting eliminated. She's falling down the ground. She's like, ah! And this confirms what happens when you do get eliminated Tournament of Power. You do get turned to spectators because apparently, actually, a theory that was going around when this was airing in the subs was that if you fall out of the tournament, you die. But instead, you just go to the bleachers, you go to the bench, and you just watch the rest of the fight play out. So that's what happened. And you guys may remember, I said when we saw Universe 10 actually get shown off that Universe 10 was probably like the first one to get eliminated. Well, the first elimination went to Universe 10. Will it be the first universe to get fully eliminated? That remains to be seen. I have a feeling they probably will, but at the same time I hope they don't, because I just love the Supreme Kai of Universe 10 because, of course, how much I love the Goku Black arc. So I want Universe 10 to last at least a little bit longer than that, but with these scrubs, I'm not holding my breath for nothing. We'll have to wait and see on that. And so, Goku's facing off against this guy, this is probably my favorite part of the episode, was when the guys are cornering Gohan's group, and they start charging. Gohan and his crew all jump into the air, and they all do like their little special attacks. Tien does the solar flare, Krillin destructive disc, Piccolo's special beat cannon, and then Gohan, which I was a little disappointed with Gohan right here, because he just did some Sky Kai blast, just came out saying he did do a Kamehameha, but then next time was Master Roshi. He did a Kamehameha when he beefed up, so everyone's using their specials, and here's Gohan not even using the Kamehameha. I was like, come on, man, use the Kame! That would have been cool if we got the Kamehameha and they were facing off. So we get there, then Gohan's back there. We see a bunch of shots of other guys who they're facing. Android 18 is facing on one of the guys from facing on one of the female characters. Or I don't know if she's like the only part of my female in the team, but she's fighting a female from the 11th universe, Jiren's universe. We don't know who Vegeta's facing off. It just gives these resound animations of him just punching someone. Frieza, he's just blasting people. We get back to Basil. He's facing off against the sumo. Right before that, from the 3rd universe, I believe it was. We have this robot dude doing like this tornado spinning attack, like he's freaking it's like Crash Bandicoot or like the Tasmanian Devil. He's spinning around, taking out guys like Yokaba and a few others. Now they don't get eliminated, but they do get hit by it. And then speaking of hit shows up, takes out one of the arms, and Basil takes out the other arm, and they get rid of this guy. They don't eliminate him, but they just keep him down for the count for at least keep him down for a little bit. So Basil switches over to a sumo wrestler they have there for Universe 10. Does his little Kai kicks things, and the sumo guy pulls back as like holding against the Kai by sliding over to the edge of sliding out to the edge. But then he pounds his fist into the ground trying to slow it down. He manages to pushes them out of the way. And, he's like, much respect, and then does like the whole stomping thing sumo wrestlers do. It was pretty cool. I actually really liked that part of the episode. Was also pretty cool. Back to Goku. So Goku manages to get rid of the other dude, and then he finds He's like, hey, not Hit, Top. He's like, hey, Top, come on, let's go out. And then, but then some other dude, the main dude, the main Hulk Hogan knockoff from Universe 10, kind of bumps into Top and moves around the frame, leaving just Jiren with all these explosions behind him. So as he goes over to try to tag Jiren, and Jiren just looks at him, and the dude damn near shits himself. He's like, nope, Jiren, I'm sorry, man, I want nothing to do with you, bro. He just leaves, and then we just get like this little stare down between Goku and Jiren. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I think what Toei is going to do with Jiren so far is they're just going to keep teasing us with him. I don't think we're going to see him throw many punches, if any punches at all, until we get a little bit closer to the 1 hour special. which actually wasn't. It's actually as far as I thought it was gonna be. It's gonna be pretty close, but I don't expect to see any much more of Jiren. We might see a little stare down here and there between Goku and Jiren. Maybe we might see him throw maybe 1 or 2 punches, but I don't think we're really gonna see Jiren until the 1 hour special, or at least when we start getting closer to the 1 hour special. We'll have to wait and see on that though, or at least I will. So then this other dude kind of shows there, puts Goku in like a reverse bear hug. And remember, the same thing happened with Top, but for some reason Goku doesn't go Super Saiyan for a while. He doesn't even bite the dude's, he doesn't even bite the dude like he did with Whis when they were inside the Vegeta's training room with the intense gravity. He didn't do that. He just like, ah! And then he basically gets his arm free and just starts punching you. But Goku doesn't go to his traditional biting. He doesn't go Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue at all until like around the end of it, where the dude is literally started backing up and is just going to pretty much just kamikaze it and just jump off the arena with Goku and take them both out. But right before he jumps, Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and manages to go away from the guy. So he's like, but then he falls. So of course he falls, and then the mouse dude's like, "You idiot! Now all you did was just give rid of one of our team." I like this dude. Says when he's on the bench, he says, "Well, that didn't go according to plan." I know his English voice is pretty funny. And then there was like, "Oh my God, is Goku? Is he still in there?" And we see him hanging against the ledge. He pulls himself back up. Super Saiyan Blue depowers back to his base force. Like, whoo! And Beerus is like, "Are you kidding me, Goku? Why did you go Super Saiyan Blue earlier?" It's like, "Sorry, Lord Beerus, for giving you a scare. I just wanted to conserve my energy." And Whis says, "If you were going to lose because you're holding back, it's done. Then what's the point of even saving it?" Agreed. And we end the episode off with Goku getting surrounded by these 5 guys. We got Basil, and we got 2 of the other guys from Universe 9, and a few others, as well as Goku, as well as everyone else facing out there against their opponents. Overall, love this week's episode. Great art animation, pretty good music, excellent voice acting. Not much more to say. I'm definitely excited to see more of the Tournament of Power. Hopefully see more of Jiren, and I'm just excited. Now, let's talk about the ED. So, the ED this week, now, we got a new ED, which, if you want to know which one I think of what's better, this one or Boogie Back, the previous ED, Boogie Back, far better ED. Prefer the song, a little bit more original with the art animation, what they were showing. This one was pretty much more, this is honestly one of the most basic EDs I've ever seen. You got the shots of, like, the villains or the antagonist characters, and then there was shots of, the good guys with the main MC charging against the villains. It's a pretty basic ED with a pretty basic song. The song is good, but there is one thing that I love about this ED, and it makes me kind of curious on what the hell's going to happen later on Super in this arc. It ends with Goku and Gohan charging in together. Now, what could this mean? Could this mean that Toei isn't going to screw over our boy Gohan, and is actually going to have a pivotal role in the rest of the tournament, actually get some eliminations, and have a great showing? Could this mean that we might see a team up between Goku and Gohan, which I hope is the case. I hope we do get some key teams. I'm not expecting Goku and Gohan to team up against Jiren. I'm not expecting that. But maybe we might see Goku versus Goku and Gohan maybe team up maybe against Top, or maybe someone else from Universe 6. I just hope that we might, and I would love to see like a modern day father-son Kamehameha with Ultimate Gohan and Goku. That would be cool. And I hope we do get some sort of team up between Goku and Gohan, because there has to be some reason why the ED ended with that shot of Goku and Gohan charging in together. I hope that means that we're going to get some really cool shit between Goku and Gohan in the Tournament of Power. That's at least what I'm hoping for, but we're going to have to wait and see. So overall, I'll give this episode a 9.5 out of 10, guys. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you feel like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.
It's